Well, it's that time of year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year when you get there. Hang on a second, I just need to put these boxes down. Whoa. Let's go see if she'll fire up. I really haven't touched that one in, what, 3 weeks, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit cold in here. Keys are here. Well, let's see. Oh, she is cold. And she fired right up. Well, I have to give her a little gas, but other than that, she's right up there. Good. I have another transmission for the car. I begged, borrowed, and pleaded on my knees, and Facebook came through. TH400, not the same year, but it's the same transmission. And in 3 days' time, I'm going to pick it up. Small road trip, 40 minutes each way with my son. It's going to be fun. In January, I have been allowed to use the 4-point lift in the workshop, and it basically means that I will be able to take out the transmission, put in the other transmission in like half a day instead of 3 weeks. Sure, you can do it faster, but you're not crawling on your back under the car in gravel, rain, sleet, whatever there's out there right now. It's actually quite cold. Hang on, I'll show you. That's on the outside, but this that's on the inside. Oh, I need to get some moisture absorbers in here. I think I got 2 inside, but I'm actually rather surprised that she fires right up as usual. I do need bigger batteries on it. That I can't tell because she's not that happy to start. And also, I'm not entirely sure, but I really don't know what to do with radio because I kind of like that old school radio, so it might just be a Bluetooth adapter hidden somewhere in here, along with, hang on a second, if I put speakers in the kick panels, I can remove that one, which would give me room enough for a 7-inch screen. Well, there's a large difference in the sound between that and that. I have to admit that one was easier to start. That one sounds better. That's one that's probably cheaper to run. That's more fun. It's cars, but I do like that one a lot better. I'm looking very much forward to getting this on the road. Oh, come on. It's New Year's Eve, and of course, the family's inside staying warm. I'm out here trying to get a little work done before it all goes up in smoke. So what I did was that I decided to fix the light bulbs in the instrument cluster because they're not working, so I can't tell if anything is working in there when it's dark outside. So, yep. I started by removing a few bolts over there and screws and thought that I could jiggle it out of there, but no, I actually had to take the entire dash pad out. But it also shows me that there is not a lot of rusting behind here. But I think I might be swapping out those speakers for something with a little more oomph, I think. But get to the other side. Right now it is a very nice minus 5 degrees Celsius right now. So it's not that bad, but at least now I should be able to get that cluster out of there and change those bolts, I hope. The last time I had one of these cars, I actually took that vent out, heated up the duct behind it, and then I had a 2-din stereo system in it with a big screen. But I kind of like this one with the cassette player and everything. I have no cassettes. Yeah, well, let's just see what I can do with this, shall we? Because now that this one is out, I don't think I might actually, well, maybe I do. I'll have to look into that. Hang on. So I got this one out, which is actually not a bad thing, because that means if I can find one of these from a 4L80E, I can swap out the transmission. But I think this one should be loose now, so it should be, I should be able to jiggle it out somehow, but it does not want to move. Not at all. That is not stuck. That is not stuck. So that might actually be the speedometer cable holding it in. Alright. I was right. It was the speedometer cable that was a bit stuck. I had to put a screwdriver in from back here and push on the clip, but now it's loose. Let's see if we can get it out. I do believe my suspicion is correct that these light bulbs are dead. What's this one look like? It's the same thing. And hang on a second, let's see. Doesn't look dead. Huh. Maybe I should try and put some juice to them and see if they're actually dead. Interesting. Because if they're not, something else is wrong in here, and it's not the fuse, because I checked that. Huh. I'll be right back. Pure ice. Great. I have this El Cheapo Chinese power probe. It's served me well for a couple of years. Those $16 well spent. And also I have a cheap multimeter, so I can check a few things. But let's start by putting some power to the probe and see what it does with the light bulbs. Hopefully I'll be getting some heat in this car soon, because I'm freezing my butt off out here. Whew. That's better. I'm still cold, but it's better. One of the reasons why I say this is a cheapo is because this is always telling me it's 1.6 volt when I hook it up. But that really doesn't matter right now, because right now I just want to check to see if the light bulbs are working the way that they should. I think this one might be dead as well, but let's find out. Okay, so I've swapped out all the light bulbs for the courtesy lights or the instrument cluster light. Let's try to put this back together and see how we're doing. So everything but the speedometer cable has been hooked up. Let's try and kill this now so we can actually hear what we're saying. Everything but the speedometer cable has been hooked up. Let's see if we have lights. Actually, I have high beams on, and if you're looking down here, you will see there is a shine. There is a shine in there, which means that we actually do have lights. Can they be dimmed? Yes, they can. Amazing. That's what I was looking for. This is what I got. That was, hang on a second, that was $2. Let's see. Low coolant, no. Those are working. Yeah, that's the glow plugs, so that's working. Good. She should fire right up. All right, let's kill her because now it is actually quite cold and I want to get inside. Which means that I'll have to start working again tomorrow. But that's putting this back together along with the speedometer cable. Should be fun-ish. Oh, I've actually used quite a lot of diesel. Idling. I don't know, maybe I'll be sneaking out later this afternoon. I doubt it. It's starting to get dark and it's not that easy to see in the car. But if nobody actually needs me inside, I think I might just do it. So we'll see. Oh God, it's cold. It's windy, and we now have what, the third, maybe the fourth? I don't remember. Hang on a second, I'll show you something. I think she is kind of cold. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think there's juice enough in the batteries to fire her up. But why don't we try? That's about as far as I got. Instrument panel is working, so well, blower motor is working, glow plugs are working. Let's see if she's got enough to go on. Come on. It's a cold start right now. Nope. I think I need to charge the batteries. Hang on. So I have this C-Tech charger in the garage. It is something I've been using on all my batteries in all my boats. And I honestly think that, well, I have two of them, so why don't I just permanently mount one in the Suburban so that it'll charge the batteries when I'm parked at home. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. I really need to clean this up. But if I'm not mistaken, it should be in that box right there. And yes, it is. Here we go. Alright, let's get back to it. I think this is going to be cold. Hang on a second. Oh, good Lord. Okay. So, which one is the master and which one's the slave? That's the master battery. Because I can tell. I can tell because it has two wires going off it. One down to the starter and one feed into the system. This one does not. So, this is the one that we're feeding with power. Actually, this should be enough on it, but well, I just tried to start the car and it doesn't have enough, so we know it's not. Hang on. Now I'm trying to figure out where should I mount this if I need to have it in here on a permanent basis. That would probably be somewhere around there. You can just leave it there for now because it's not really that big. I just don't want it to overheat or anything, but right now I can just leave it there so it doesn't fall down into anything. And then we have those guys here. That has to hook onto that. All right. Just give me a little while. I don't have my holder right here, so I'll have to do this off camera. Just a second. Okay, it's mounted, and also I decided to move it to the other side where there's more room. I have a washer fluid bottle right there that I will be needing to make it bigger, because that one is actually quite small for what I intend to do with this car anyway. And also I have a jack back here that doesn't seem to be... Actually, if I've moved that back by a couple of inches... And also, this is the connection for the block heater. Yes, I do have a block heater on this, and I will be using it. But what I also have is that connection right there. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually have an inline heater with pump, 1600 watts. That will do very well on this one, which means that I can actually heat the entire block, not just half of it. Should make it a lot easier to start in the winter. So I will hook this up to the cable, the extension cord, and start charging this one, and then I will go hunting for my hose heater. Yeah. Hooked up, and well, she's telling me one thing, that is that she's low on power. Huh. Should give it a little while and then go check it again, but at least this is hooked up for now, so we'll see in a little while. Maybe I should mount it. Nah. We'll see. She will be idling while I'm doing this. This time I want her to be proper warm. 3 times in a row, my wife has asked me to shut down the curb because it stinks. I don't think she likes the smell of diesel. But, yeah, well, at least she's working now, so I can get this done on my own. Oh, let me show what is up next as soon as the Suburban is right. This is the 77 Aspen. Yeah. I need to fix the brakes in the rear end, make sure that the wiring is done in the front. The headliner is dead, so that will have to be swapped out. And also, I apparently need to do a little bit of cleaning around my garage, because I have a ton of shit that I really don't need. But yeah, she needs to be fixed and then sold off. She has to go to someone else who can appreciate her more than I do at the moment. Also, she needs a couple of turn signals. I forgot about those. Huh. Okay, so my headlights should be here. Let's see. Yes, they are. So this is the correct one. Honestly, I don't remember if there is supposed to be a parking light in them, but I'll figure that out soon. All right. I suppose that if I wanted to, I could buy a pair of LED headlights for it. Basically because they would give a lot more light, but always strange in that way, because if you don't have the right lights on the car, you can't have it approved anywhere. So, yeah, sorry about the wind. So, I'm just gonna put these on, get her an MOT, and be done with it. And then we'll just see what happens after that. She might get new headlights, or a couple of spotlights. Work lights, that's okay in Norway, but yeah. Let's see. Oh. She is heating up. The ice is melting on the windscreen. Great. So, yeah, let's take out the bezels and see if we can do anything about the headlights. And, oh yeah, they do have the parking light in them. Dang it. Which means these are no good. I have to get a new one. Crap. Okay. It is cold and windy outside. But I have to say, I'm immensely enjoying myself right now, sitting in the car, just looking at the gauges working. The lights is working in the gauges. I have a few issues with the dash pad that I need to fix. So the dash is back in. Hang on a second. Let's turn up the radio. And it is actually looking good. Now, right there, I would kind of like to have my phone holder because I honestly think it would fit right there. So, let's, hang on a second, let's see, what does it look like? Oh, you do see a difference. I don't know if you do that on camera right now, but I will do once more when it's getting darker outside, but right now it is actually quite good. Oil pressure has dropped a bit from 275 to around 260. That's okay. Also, temp has gone up, so it is warm enough. So let's kill it for now, and yeah, I'll see what I can do about that, because that doesn't look like I want it to, but I'll figure something out. All right. And she is now dead. Well, not dead, but okay. Keys out of the way, and yeah, I just need to fix the rest, but we are getting there slowly. Oh, right. Damn headlight. Well, Facebook it is. Well, that was interesting. I was sitting here trying to get the instrument cluster back in place and everything, and the engine was running. She's heating up like she's supposed to. She's around 45 degrees Celsius right now. And suddenly the water in fuel light came on. So of course I jumped right out, poured out this. There's no water whatsoever in the filter. Why is that? Why does the water in fuel light come on when there's no water in the fuel? It is a simple system. If there is some sort of what's it called? Bridge. Water conducts electricity, and there's just two open wires in the system that once they get submerged in water, they will actually make sure that the water in fuel light goes off. It's that simple. But why did it go off when there's no water in the fuel? Short circuit, maybe? It shouldn't be, because I drained the tank completely. I took out 120 liters of diesel from it. I poured in fresh diesel, and I checked the fuel before I even fired it up that there was no contaminants in the diesel before going to the filter. So what I have now is a question that I cannot answer at the moment. But I can tell you that I have been using a lot of diesel just idling, because we're down to half a tank, which means I need to get some more diesel soon, so my wife doesn't find out that I'm actually using the car. Nope, it's not her problem, that's mine. Alright, back to it. I need to get that cluster back in and the dash pad back on. So, dang it. Forgot about the headlight. which means that I have to most likely go on Facebook to get one. Well, so be it. Facebook it is. Alright, good morning, guys. Sorry about the angle and the audio and everything, but I'm on a road trip. I'm on the road to pick up the transmission for the Suburban. That is basically it. Also, I have to be driving carefully because this is a road where the police would love to pull me over for using my phone. So, talk to you guys later. Alright, I'm here. Whether he's going to let me shoot some video or not, I don't know, but we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so I erred on the side of caution, and I did not ask him if I could start videotaping in his garage, mainly because he didn't seem like that kind of guy. He was super nice. He had a lot of very nice cars, a lot of square bodies. God, I'm in love with at least 3 of them. 3. And he is a self-employed mechanic. Very, very good guy. When I get back home, I will be dropping off the transmission in the garage, putting on a stand, take off the pan, check to see what's in it. It is empty of fluid right now, or at least somewhat empty. Let's just see how it goes from there. I hope that I can just drop it right in the truck and get her on the road. That would be super nice. But in order to do that, I need to make sure that the friction plates are working, that everything else is working, that the kick-down solenoid is actually working. And I do know that I have all the good stuff in the other transmission, and I can take it out and put it in this one. It's not a problem, it's just time consuming. And also it means that I would have to take the other transmission apart with an angle grinder, because the separator plate is locked in place, I think. But we'll look into that when I take out the old one, because I will be taking it apart basically because I don't throw away good parts if I don't have to. And I don't have to. That's the reason why the garage looks like a garage sale gone wrong. Alright, I'll talk to you guys when we have this transmission on the stand and we're ready to take off the pan. Alright? Oh boy, she does really need a block heater. Well, actually I have one installed in the car, but well, she fired up. Well, of course I made a mess. But the oil actually looks okay. I have to flip this upside down, but I will do so in a short while. I just need to empty out as much as I can right here and then clean up the mess on the other side that I made. But so far, so good. It has a few dents, but it doesn't look like it has that many leaks. So I'll have to get those bolts out and see what's inside the pan. Also, I need to get me one of these with a, what's it called? Not a winch, but the other one. I don't remember. But I need to get me one of those. Definitely, because this is hard. I think someone has been in this one before me because these are barely finger tight. No effort whatsoever. Somebody has definitely been in this one before me because that is new. This is not the original filter. And but when you look at the inside the pan, it is not as much sludge as I would have thought it would be, but this I just clean out, and I think I'm just going to go for it. put it in the truck. Why not? Because I might swap out the vacuum modulator since I already got one. But other than that, this is not bad because the gasket is not leaking anywhere. So somebody's been in it. It has had a filter, and like you said, it ran when parked. It worked fine when they took it out. They just wanted to swap to a 4L80. So I'm just going to clean out the pan and put it back together. And in the car, maybe. Maybe I'll just put it in the Suburban. That would be easier. Put it in, take it out. Maybe knock out those 2 dents in there. Yeah. That was easy. Well, that was good news. No junk in the transmission. Of course, it could have had burned out clutches and everything, and they just cleaned it out and figured out it doesn't work anymore. Just put it in, but I am going to try and put it in the Suburban as it is and see if it works. If it works, great. Then we have options so we can actually get this thing back on the road legally. She's now been standing here for what, 20 minutes puttering away, and now, as you can see, she's starting to heat up, which means I'm gonna sit my butt down inside the car and actually get some heat in my body, because it's minus 10 degrees Celsius out right now. And oh yeah, nice and comfy in here. I like that. It's one of the few things that I really do love about the Suburban and the square body in itself is actually the heater core, because that will bring warmth to your body, even in a full-size car like this. So let's see how much fuel we got. It ain't that bad, but yeah, I'm gonna take 5 minutes to sit down, relax, and tomorrow it's gonna be snowing like, oh, I have quite a lot of moisture in here. I should be getting you one of those collectors. Got one there, one in the trunk, but that doesn't really help when it's minus 10 outside. Great. Alright, that's it for this week's video. I hope you do enjoy it. I know I talk a lot. Live with it. I will, as soon as I can, next week, figure out where we are taking out the transmission. I have a couple of options. I'll go inside now, make myself a cup of coffee, edit this video, make sure it comes out. And Happy New Year for all of you guys that is out there tinkering with your cars. Hope it goes better for you than it did for me, because this year started with WTF. If you don't believe me, check the calendar. But yeah, I'm going to be talking to you guys as soon as I have an update. All right, bye.